Welcome back to part 2 of this series of Diagnostic and Repair, where I'm going to be trying to figure out what exactly is going on with this blaster. This is, I believe, Winter's Breath, as created by Mr. Heathpants in the early days of his Nerf career, back before he got heavily into 3D printing and could do things that way. He tried his hand at some integrations, and they're lovely, but they're not the most structurally sound of things, or at least this one's not. I think that's mostly because it's missing screws. There's definitely some screws missing that should have been holding things together, but this came to be completely non-functional. As I understand, it has no internals, and other than, it seems like the switches might still be in there. This one's a little sticky. So we're going to take this thing apart, get inside, and see if we can figure out what's going on. We have, hopefully, all the necessary replacement parts here from Out of Darts, and we're gonna give it a go. If all goes well, it will be solenoid, have a solenoid pusher, be semi-automatic. Well, let's see what we've got from Out of Darts. We've got a large and a small PWM. That one definitely not going to fit in here. That one might. Voltmeter. Got a pair of worker flywheels. Very good. We've got, I believe, a metal flywheel cage. Holster stuff. We've got a pair of Krakens. So this is going to be a 3S build, which is necessary because we've got our solenoid here. Alright, so the solenoid does fit, though not at the same orientation as it looks like he originally had it. I've got it rotated 90 degrees, and that's probably just a matter of a difference in the solenoid that I'm using compared to the solenoid that was available to him at the time, because I'm pretty sure, obviously, the Out of Darts Neutron probably did not exist when Mr. Heathpants built this thing. We are gonna have to do a little bit of cutting here, a little bit of cutting there, get everything to fit properly, figure out how I want to mount this. I'd love to be able to use these mounting screws that it's got, but they happen to be right where the rail goes. And I think they're gonna interfere if I try to put a screw right there. Yeah. So we'll probably end up coming from below. I'll create a 3D printed bracket that I can screw into from underneath, and we should be good. Okay. So that's our pusher. Now I might look. They originally wanted select fire, and I didn't have an easy way to do select fire with a solenoid, but then I learned that that is exactly how they did the bolter that I recently reviewed, the bolt pistol. They used a car relay, and I don't know how big a car relay is what I'm going to have to look up, because if I could actually mount one back here, there's a decent cavity here. I might, if it'll fit there, then I could just put in a car relay and have a selector switch between semi and full auto going through the car relay. So we'll be looking into that. We will also be obviously assembling this cage. That we can quickly do just to get it done. So that's about what we can do at the moment. I could wire up the flywheels, but I'd rather do all wiring at the same time. So I have some questions that need answering. So yeah, now that I've got the parts, I can talk to the customer and see about figuring out where everything else is gonna go. So that's what we have for today. Not too much done yet, but this is going to be a long project. There may also be painting, though I'm really tempted to outsource the painting to somebody who's much better at painting, who I think would be willing to take on the job. We will see. But that's where we are. Stay tuned for the next episode, which might be the last. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I definitely am not ready to finish it now. So there it is. Thank you for watching.